At small forward, Zachary Rizache. At the other forward position, Jalen Johnson. At shooting guard, Dyson Daniels. At center, Kristaps Porzingis. At the other guard position, Trae Young. The head coach of the visiting team is Quinn Snyder. Let's meet your Toronto starting lineup. Starting at point. Standing 6'2", number 5, Emmanuel Quickley. At the other guard position, at 6'6", number 9, R.J. Barrett. At power forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 4, Scotty Barnes. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 11, Brandon Ingram. Starting at center, standing 6'8", number 29, Anthony. The head coach of your home team, your Toronto Starters.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now, the opening lineup for Atlanta. Rizache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trae is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt, and it's Porzingis in at center, filling out the middle. And for the Raptors, we've got Brandon Ingram, R.J. Barrett out there with Emmanuel Quickley. Then there's Anthony, and it's Barnes in at the 4-man position. Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Here's Young. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, you love to see that. Really solid stuff from Young in close.
Here's Quickley. Outside Ingram. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Barnes. Porzingis grabs the board. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. He talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches the team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks. Rizache, no good. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many floor generals better than Young.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Quickley against Young. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Quickley.
Despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Young. Toronto making their last shot. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Rizache's got 5.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Rizache better than this.
Left side, Barrett. Toronto passing it around. And here's Ingram outside. Rebounded by Johnson.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Young from long range.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, Stan, a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
3 on the clock. They shoot again. The rebound by Atlanta.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Toronto trails by 5. For 3, Anthony. It's rebounded by Risacher.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Atlanta leading by 5. And the shot's good.
And there's the ability to finish for Risacher. Nobody scares him at the rim.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Quickly passes to Anthony. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
2 points. That one goes.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Pass to Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
The Hawks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Now Johnson, outside Risacher. Ingram with the ball. Now guarded by Risacher. Jumps up. Here's quickly. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
Well, when a great scorer can also hurt you with the pass like Ingram did there, it makes them much tougher to defend.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Leading by 5.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And so here is Toronto after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. 3-pointer, Anthony. Another miss for him. He's 2 for 6. Atlanta leading by 7. Takes a 3. Offensive board. And that one's good. Porzingis.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Great D that time from Porzingis. The Hawks have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Here's Daniels. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's quickly. The rebound by Atlanta.
And they were aggressive. I mean, they went at their opponent, showing they belong.
Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Outside Barrett. Clock at 4. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks leading. Outside Risacher. Lets it go from 11. Jump shot is good that time. Risacher's got 11 points.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Barnes. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 11. Young from long range. Shot misses.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Here's Ingram following the score by Atlanta. And it's all from three-point range.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Pass to Houston for three. Fires in the triple.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Toronto trails by 13. Quickly outside. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Quickly's got his second basket.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Well, the Hawks shooting a terrific 58% to start the game. Excellent numbers. Here's Alexander Walker, and that one drops.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Well, Stan, this is game 2 of this mini regular season series. What's it like for a coach tonight?
Well, I like these. It's rare to get the same team in consecutive games during the regular season, but it's great preparation for the playoffs. A chance to see how your team can make game-to-game adjustments. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Gay. No made baskets yet. Too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for one.
And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Well, you talk about Luke Kennard. He shot 49% for a season from beyond the arc. Led the league in three-point percentage back-to-back years. Kennard is so valuable.
Gay misses.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Now here's Anthony. Last game out, we saw him score 42.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Atlanta leading by 9. Pass to Gay. Now Kennard. Count the basket.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 11. Fires the 3. Given that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Kennard passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Gay. Oh, from deep. Anthony grabs the board. Quickly with the ball. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And here's Ingram from the arc. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter. And at this point, they can use every point they can get.
Launches a 3. It doesn't go for him. Toronto trails by 8. Anthony outside. Pass to Quickly. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. Here's Houston. Lets it go from deep. Not going to go that time.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Ingram, the pass to Barnes. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Houston nails it from 3. Houston's got his second basket of the night.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Ingram. Fires for 3. Kennard with the rebound.
Look, I'm not sure what's going on with him. 0 for the night. Might be time to give someone else a chance.
And so here is Toronto. They trail by 7. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It was almost like they looked stunned when the game slipped through their fingers. Being on the wrong end of an upset leads to a quiet ride home.
Yeah, it's a loss that'll stick with them for a while, that's for sure. But a game like that can be a motivator going forward.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Young, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Trae Young.
He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Nice work by Young. He can be a pest in there.
Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Atlanta on top, leading by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
R.J. Barrett out there with Emmanuel Quickley. Then there's Barnes. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Anthony in at the 5.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And for Atlanta, Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Kristaps Porzingis out there with a Okongwu. And it's Young in at the point. And so here is Toronto following the score by Atlanta. Barnes finds Quickley. Toronto passing it around. For 3, Anthony. Rebound Atlanta.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Stan, there's always a lot of attention on Trae Young. What do you think his defining quality is?
Well, look, Brian, he's one of the premier facilitators in the NBA. Not many players have the timing he does. Whether it's a lob or off the bounce, his passes find the mark.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Barrett. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Well, how about those long arms on the 6'8" Risache, allowing him to get a hand on the ball?
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
And Atlanta making a change here. Johnson's checked in. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, fans are becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Toronto trails by 8. Three-pointer, Anthony. Rebounded by Daniels. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Anthony. Gets to the corner and hits it. Anthony's got 24. Atlanta leading by 8. Now Daniels. He's got 6. Pass to Rizachet. From deep, Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Now here's Young. 35 points his last game. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Rizachet. Yep, that one goes.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Johnson. Young from long range. Rebound Toronto. Anthony's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
And here's Ingram. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Quickly passes to Ingram. 5 on the clock. Off target from outside.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
A nice shot by Young.
A volume shooter. Young takes and makes loads of threes.
And Toronto calls time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
This is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint, and that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Here's Douglas. He's coming off a 25-point game against Atlanta.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Hawks lead by 7. 3-pointer. Young misses. Toronto has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. To the wing, right side. Pass to Pirtle. Toronto passing it around. Here's Douglas. From deep 3-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Now just a 4-point Atlanta lead. On the wing, Daniels. No one near him. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Agbaji. And yep, it's good. Agbaji's got his first bucket in this one.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Outside Porzingis. That three's off the mark. Toronto trails by 4. Here's Walter. No points yet. Chalk up 2 there.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Here's Daniels. They kick it out to Porzingis. No good with the triple. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. A nice shot by Douglas.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Pass to Johnson. And he buries his first look.
Year after year, Johnson continues to tighten that handle. He's getting better.
For Toronto, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Here's Agbaji. Over Rizachet. Here's Pirtle. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside. Pass
to Porzingis. Left side, Risacher uses the glass on the layup. Risacher's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Good to see Risacher attacking like that. When he sees the lane open up, he gets real aggressive.
From deep. Rebound, Trae Young. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
Here's Shed. He's scoreless. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Hawks leading. And it'll be Atlanta with their first time out of the game here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Gay comes in for Johnson. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Risacher. And it's Kennard in for Daniels. Now here's Alexander Walker. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. And the bucket is good.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Here's Douglas. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Kennard for three. Hurdle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Abaji. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. Here's Alexander Walker. And here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Lets the three fly. A nice shot by Douglas. Douglas has got 11 points in the quarter.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Pass to Kennard. Rebound, Toronto. Hurdle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Toronto shooting a solid 47%. And they take the lead. Douglas has got 13.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Okongwu. And another shot. And it's good on the layup. Okongwu's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
The preferred scoring area for Okongwu. He can get it done inside with his size and length.
Here's Douglas. And again, Toronto with a triple.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
The Hawks trailing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Gay. Back to Alexander Walker. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
1:50 left in the first half. Here's Shed, averaging around 6 a game. Pass to Walter. Here's Douglas. The 3-ball. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Abaji. A minute 6 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Gets an open look and hits it. Alexander Walker's gotten 4 this quarter. Pass to Douglas. Puts it up from 12. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 3. Alexander Walker with it. Kicks it out to Kennard. And another basket for Atlanta.
Well, some of the most solid mechanics in the league. Kennard has complete trust in his motion.
Over to the wing. Pass to Shed. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Alexander Walker grabs a board.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Pass to Douglas. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three. Douglas has got 22. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Toronto out in front, up 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Raptors, Kenny, what's your view?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for them the rest of the way.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Their inside attack has been overwhelming. It's hard to beat someone when they're looking at the rim. These guys are imposing their will offensively.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Toronto shooting it well, almost 50% from the floor. We've got Jakob Poeltl, and it's Abaji in a small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Here's Young, following the three-point basket by Toronto. And the shot goes down.
All right, we know Johnson favors these close-in looks. He likes a sure thing.
Pass to Walter. To the inside. Here's Poeltl. The rebound by Atlanta. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And he's going for the oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Shed, that's good. And now an 8-point Toronto lead.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And the Hawks shooting around 53%, a nice number. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis drills it from extended range.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
To the right side. Here's Douglas, covered by Johnson. Here's Walter, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Here's Daniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl. And watching Dyson Daniels over the past year or 2, he's really coming to his own, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, sometimes it's just about being in the right situation, in a role that plays to your strength. That really unlocks some things for him. You can call Dyson Daniels a 6'8" point guard. He is great handling the ball, and let me tell you, few better defenders than Daniels in the league.
Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Johnson. Young from long range. Rebound Toronto.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that
shot. 4-3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. A good look from Young. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Young's got 12.
You know, with that quick release, Young can get that pull-up off any time he wants.
Here's Shed. 6 points for him. Agbaji. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Brian, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Hawks trail by 4. Daniels passes to Young. Oh, the lethal three ball of Young.
3 points.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Pass to Pirtle.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
You take a look at Anthony, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
A nice shot by Douglas.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Pirtle. Brandon Ingram comes in for Agbaji. Barrett's checked in for Walter. And Emmanuel Quickley's subbed in for Shed. Now here's Johnson. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Here's Douglas, covered by Johnson. Offline with a 3. Now the Hawks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Young, the pass to Johnson. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line.
At the line for the
It's going to
Hawks,
go on R.J. Barrett. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
While Johnson is a talented scorer, what I like about him is that he doesn't need plays called for him in order to make an impact. He can score naturally in the flow of the offense.
Here's Douglas. 30 points in the game. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Now here's Risacher. 18 points for him.
Yeah, Risacher is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Now here's Ingram. Still no points. And that one's good.
Well, Ingram's showing you that ability to play big inside.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Porzingis.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Douglas. Let's go with a 3. They grab their own miss. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got his first points of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Daniels outside. Fires the 3. The shot no good. Toronto shooting an excellent rate of 56% on the third quarter. Here's Douglas. Defended by Porzingis. Douglas can't hit. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Here's Johnson. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Johnson's got 9.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Count it.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
There you go, fans. That is your Toronto answer.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Alexander Walker comes in for Risacher. And it's Kennard in for Daniels. Now here's Young. 17 points in the game. Nice shot by Kennard.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Toronto trails by 3. Outside Ingram. Pass to Douglas. Soft touch off the glass. Douglas has got 34 points.
We know Ingram as a scorer, but Brandon's really worked on his passing game over the years.
Atlanta's gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. There's Young with the 3. Knocks down the long J.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Douglas. This one for 3. Connects again from distance.
All season long, he's been devastating from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been nothing short of amazing for him as he edges closer to 3rd most three-pointers in a single season. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center, but right there, Okongwu makes up for it with his athleticism.
Barrett into the lane, and he gets the bucket.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. From deep, Johnson. Rebound, Toronto. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Douglas. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Douglas has got 42 in the game.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
The Hawks trailing. Young, the pass to Johnson. Back to Young. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, Kennard's percentages from 3 are insane, and he's consistent. He does it every year.
Pass to Douglas. Here's Ingram. Kennard with the rebound. Atlanta is shooting the rock at 58%. Now here's Johnson. Here's Okongwu. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, Coach, let's talk about Onyeka Okongwu. What an agile player for his size.
Yeah, B.A., no question. And on both ends, too. Plus, the guy gets up in the air and then reaches out over 7 feet in wingspan. His speed at his size can be a huge advantage. Well, what I like most about Okongwu is his switchability defensively. He has the size to battle down low and the quickness to guard on the perimeter.
It's good. Douglas has got 44.
Well, it's almost impossible to stop that turnaround, Jay. That's a shot he worked on endlessly in the offseason.
Young, the pass to Alexander Walker. The kick out to Johnson. Drops in the 3. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, keeping the defense honest. Johnson cashes in from the corner.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto. On Wednesday, they kick off a road trip to Charlotte, where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Friday, they're off to Boston to face off with the Celtics.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, That's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 5 rebounds in the game. 1:07 left to play in the third quarter here. To the wing on the left. The 3. A nice shot by Douglas. Douglas has got 49 in the game.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Here's Johnson. Over quickly. Shot by Johnson. No good.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. So he gets them both.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Young, the pass to Alexander Walker. Can they get it? It's stolen. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Douglas. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Ingram's got assist number 8 now on the night. Hawks trail by 5. Now Young. He's got 22. Over quickly. They get it back. Here's Okongwu. And he comes up with a bucket. Okongwu's got 10.
Yeah, Okongwu has been stepping up his efforts on the offensive glass. And he's rewarded with the second chance bucket.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Toronto out in front, leading by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Kennard in at the point. To the left wing. Abukelashvili passes to Quickly. No good on the triple. The Hawks shooting a fantastic 57%. Here's Daniels. Banked it in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Here's Douglas. From outside, off the mark. And it's Atlanta's ball. Here's Risache. Misses off the right iron.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed. But man, the defender really went after him.
First team foul.
Elbow.
At the line for Little Raptors. Douglas.
That one misses.
2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now here's Barrett. Here's Ingram. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Ingram's very efficient when he gets the ball that close to the basket.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now here's Daniels. Goes up on the baseline. That one a little long. Here's Douglas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Douglas has got 55.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
The Hawks have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Outside Risacher. The 3. Rebound Toronto. Here's Douglas. From deep three-point land. Good! Another from 3.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for 3rd all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Lets it fly. Hits yet again. Wow! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
In for Kennard. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, enough is enough. Get back on D. You have to slow them down. The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Walter following the score by Atlanta. Anthony misses. Pass to Daniels. Here's the 3. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. From 10 feet away, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Barnes. Anthony's got 28 points for the game. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Shed. Pass to Agbaji. From downtown. Here's Anthony. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Anthony's got 30.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Basket counts. Daniels has got 6 in the quarter.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. And stolen by Anthony. Here's Shed. Outside Barnes. From outside the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Daniels. And another basket for Atlanta.
He's been so effective down the stretch, capitalizing on all his opportunities.
Here's Anthony. Porzingis grabs the board. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Here's Risacher. Again, Atlanta.
Risacher is just pouring it in on offense. He's found a rhythm and is determined to keep it going.
Out left to the wing. Back to Anthony. And stolen by Porzingis. And stolen by Anthony. Over Daniels. And again, Toronto, no good. The Hawks have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. Can't hit from the corner. Toronto's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Barnes. Barnes gets it to go inside.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
And here's Rizachet from the arc. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Atlanta with the ball. 6-point game. And here's Daniels. Pass to Young. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple. Young's got 25 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Here's Shed, guarded by Young. Toronto passing it around. Barnes passes to Anthony. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
Hawks trail by 5. Young with it. Throws it up high. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Pass to Walter. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And Toronto calls time here.
It's T-shirt bonanza. Make some noise.
Let's give you a look now at our player of the game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks.
I like that. Ingram using his length inside.
Hawks trail by 7. Outside Young, pass to Daniels. Driving to the basket. No good that time. Toronto's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Raptors lead by 9.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. Takes the 3, and Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Young. Johnson's got 13 in the second half. Here's Douglas. Out to the right wing. Six to shoot. There's the 3. Here's Anthony. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a must.
Free throw is good. Young. And both free throws good for Young.
Yeah, you know, guys, the amount of offense that Young creates for himself and his teammates is staggering. This guy does it all.
Here's Shed. Pass to Douglas. And yes, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Young. The kick out to Johnson. The 3 is up. Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Down low. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Young looking around. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Toronto leading by 6. Pass to Shed. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. And again for 3.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most made threes in a season. Here's Shed. For 3, Anthony. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Young. Count it. Good. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
We've seen this before from Young. Once he gets going on offense, there's no let-up in his attack.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Raptors.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And for the year, this will be the 3rd win in 4 games against this team. They really brought it tonight. That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Kristaps Porzingis.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Ingram. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. And so Toronto takes the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.